The National Cereals and Produce Board had indicated that they were going to start procuring maize for the 2 million bags that are required by the government this week. But so far, we haven't seen that at the Eldoret and several other depots. We've seen farmers and traders lining up to deliver maize at those depots. John Wanyama is in Eldoret. John Wanyama, when you look at the trucks that are there, how many are they? What do you think they are carrying in terms of the capacity, the number of bags of maize that they want to deliver to NCPB?
Some of the trucks are so much here, and the queue is very long, as I can tell you, but not as long as the usual ones in the previous years that we have ever witnessed. It's always on a normal day like this. Trucks here are on a distance of maybe, let's say, 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers or so. But for now, what I can see some is around 400 to 500 meters, the queue we are seeing here, something that has not really maybe made those farmers to be enthusiastic to bring their maize here. Most farmers are saying, despite the price the government gave them, they are not really willing to bring their maize to the NCPB. But those who are here, they have really taken precaution. Some of these trucks are carrying less than 400 bags of maize as the government had directed them. But what we have seen here, around 5 or 10 trucks that we have seen here, they are carrying more than 600 bags of maize. So they will be forced again to go back home with that on top, because the government is only taking 400 bags from each and every farmer. And also, as what we have found out from the NCPB management is that they are about maybe to receive those vetting forms from Nairobi, but up to now they haven't received those forms. They are saying they have opened their doors, but they are not receiving maize from farmers because they are waiting for those vetting forms. And the reason as to why they are waiting for all these forms from Nairobi, they are saying is because those forms are very important. They have important serial numbers that no one can ever maybe go and forge somewhere. So they are saying they have to wait for them to come, vet farmers, and start receiving maize. But yesterday, as we were talking to some farmers here, they are complaining that, you see, whatever they are doing here, some of their maize, like a tractor that is just near us here, it has maybe like 20 or 10 bags on top of it, and the owner of that maize is paying as a security guard at night, is paying a driver to stay there. So per day, maybe he's spending like 1,000 Kenyan shillings, and by that time he will be maybe going to deliver the maize, he will be only delivering some, maybe a loss or something. Let me talk to one farmer who has just come from a meeting. Maybe utuambie pengine katika mkutano mumeambiwa nini na kama mahindi yako umepeana.
Thank you, Citizen. First of all, I can introduce myself. My name is Kenneth Chebi. I'm a farmer from Serigoi Ward. We have just come from the meeting. The manager has told us the cereals has opened since yesterday, which I wonder what to me, because I'm seeing nothing is going on. He had that the problem is we have not received the vetting forms from the agricultural officers. So, and according to me, maybe it is a delaying tactics or something like that, because if you compare like last year, forms was ahead of the cereal. They opened first November last year. Like now, we are late almost 3 months down the line.
For the first time in this national NCPB, are you worried that in history, this is the first time the NCPB maybe will be opening in February? This has never been witnessed.
Yeah, since I've been farming, even in town here, I have a local name called Mkulima, I've never seen this. Because in the previous years, like 2013, 2014, you deliver your maize in November, by early December, you pick your fertilizer. So this one is something that I've never seen. Yeah.
Are you worried? How many bags of maize have you brought here? How much are you paying for your driver, for the security guard? Are you feeling like maybe you'll be encountering loss by the time you'll be delivering your maize?
Of course, yes. I'll be incurring the loss, because I brought something like 80 bags. In the running, it can be 100 plus, and I still have some more, maybe 3 or 4 trips. So, and the expenses that I'm using per day, actually it's a lot of money, because I'm paying the driver 500 shillings, that's excluding lunch, and I'm paying somebody who will stay here over the night in the cold. You can imagine, you can see the tractor there. So you use a lot of money. It can be 1,000 plus per day. Yeah.
Maybe finally, the cereals are saying there are rumors that maybe they don't have enough bags. In fact, they don't have bags for packaging this maize. Do you think that's one of the reasons they are not receiving your maize, and if they have told you so?
They have not told us that kind of message, but I've had rumors like that. But according to the manager this morning, he told us the procedure that we will be following, and the procedure was, I think we are going to put in the silo, not in the bags. And if they will do like the other years, that somebody who has not over 13.5% will put in the bags, I think that will be a very big challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sam. As you have heard from that farmer, these are most concerned farmer from this particular region. But also farmers are saying and praying, asking the government to give them more, that they allow them to bring more than 400 bags of maize, as the government has really requested before, because they are saying like one farmer has 30,000 bags of maize. Where are they going to take this maize if the government is not going to allow them to bring this maize in this particular cereal? From this side, Sam, we are still following up on this particular story, and if the cereal will be starting today to receive this maize today, we'll come back to you to inform you when and how it happens. Back to you, Sam.
Well, Wanyama, before you go, it is not a rumor that NCPB doesn't have the gunny bags and jute bags. We spoke to the acting managing director for NCPB on Monday, and he said as much. And also, he also said that all those people that are queuing there need to leave and go home because NCPB will issue a schedule. I'm just wondering, when you look at the profile of those people who have brought maize there, are they real farmers or are they traders? Why would they be there without an invitation from NCPB?
Some, as you can clearly see these farmers here, most of them you can clearly see they are real farmers. But what farmers are also worried, some, is that the government should not start releasing those maize that the president said last week that he will be releasing some maize from the cereals because for animal feed. Because they are saying if the maize will be coming out from they will be releasing that maize from the cereals, then someone, maybe an unscrupulous businessman, will be taking that maize, the same, buying at 1,400 Kenyan shillings, go home, mix with it with the good maize that they are in the farm, and bring them back to the cereals. So farmers are saying the government should stop first. It receives this good maize good for consumption back to the cereal, and then it releases maybe the other maize that are meant for animal feeds later. But those farmers we have seen here, some you can clearly see that they are farmers, but we will wait until the government maybe authenticate whether they are real farmers or not. But for now, those who have seen, some of them who have been in their farms and we have been seeing what they have been doing, so we can say really some of them that we have been in their farms, they are farmers. But I don't know for how long they will be waiting on this particular queue, because they are saying they are not going home. They have been here for like 1 week or so, so they will keep on waiting until the government opens the cereals and sell their maize. So if the government will keep them waiting, then it's a game of wait and see.